Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're talking about the 2018 NFL Scouting Combine, specifically the linebackers, the pursuit linebackers. So, if you're looking for the guys that are more like edge rushers, guys that are pass rushers, those types of guys like Ogbania, for example, you can go to the Edge video I did because I covered all those players in the Edge video. But if you're talking about pursuit linebackers, the guys are going to be like Luke Kuechly, Ray Lewis, those types of guys. That's what this video mainly pertains to, is the linebackers that are going to be like those types of guys. So in this video, we're going to be talking a lot about analytics. We're going to be talking about athleticism testing. And if you're new to the channel and you're new to the work that I do, all terms and definitions will be in the description. So if you don't know what a explosive or body strength score is, what a speed score is, what a flexibility score is, all those terms will be in the description. But a brief sort of explanation, the EXP score on the chart, EXP, is the explosive lower body strength score. That score is where you take the vertical and the broad jump measured against mass density, which is weight divided by height. And it basically gives you an idea of how explosive they are for their size. So you get a score from that, and then you compare that score to every single linebacker performance since the 1999 NFL draft class. And then boom, you have a way to see how explosive a player is based on all the linebackers in that particular time span. And of course, the speed score essentially deals with, or SPD deals with the 40-yard dash measured against mass density. So it's basically looking at how fast you are for your size. And then the flexibility score, FLX, deals with how flexible you are for your size. In this video, we're mainly going to be looking at red flags, and we're also going to go over the players who had very good days at the office. You know, guys that put up really good, or very, very impressive combines overall. And red flags essentially deals with the fact that these are players that hit athleticism traits not indicative of a high-quality NFL linebacker. So every single linebacker hit at least a certain explosive score, a certain speed score, or a certain flexibility score. And all I'm pointing out is that these are players who did not hit those particular athletic traits indicative of a high-quality NFL player, meaning that in order for them to become a multiple All-Pro, multiple Pro Bowl linebacker, they would have to be an outlier. They would have to be a player that has never existed since 1999. Which is why they're red flags. And they're mainly just red flags because, again, a lot of athleticism testing is about judging the overall upside of a player and knowing, okay, this guy doesn't have the upside of an All-Pro and Pro Bowl player. He could still be a starter, and that's the big thing, is that just because a guy has an amazing day at the office in terms of testing doesn't necessarily mean that they could even become a long-term starter, because there's a lot of other factors that go into that. But all we're really trying to judge here is, do they have the traits of a multiple All-Pro and Pro Bowl player? And if they don't have the traits of a multiple All-Pro and Pro Bowl player, then I'm just letting you know that they don't have those particular traits. So it doesn't mean they can't be a starter. It just means that they don't have the athleticism traits that all the other players before them had to be a great player. So first off, explosion. So these are all the players that did not hit explosive lower body strength scores indicative of a high-quality linebacker at the next level. Zim Victor did not hit an explosion score indicative of that. Christian Sam from Arizona State did not hit an explosion score indicative of a multiple All-Pro, multiple Pro Bowl player. Dorian O'Daniel from Clemson did not hit a very explosion score. Joey from Western Kentucky did not hit the best explosion score either. Josie Jewell from Iowa. Keshawn Barea from Washington. Nick DeLuca from North Dakota State. Rashaan Evans from Alabama, and Sky Moore from South Carolina. So these are all players that did not hit explosion scores indicative of a high-quality NFL linebacker. These guys definitely could end up being NFL starters, but the likelihood of them becoming Pro Bowlers, All-Pro players is just not. It's just not really in the cards for them because of the testing. Then, of course, you look at the speed score. So these are all the players that did not hit speed scores indicative of a high-quality NFL linebacker. Chris Covington, Chris Worley, Darius Leonard from South Carolina State, and T. Ray Scales from Indiana, which was really surprising because I actually expected him to run fairly fast, so or at least faster than he ran. So that was kind of a bit of a bummer, is why he didn't run as fast as I thought he possibly was going to run. But again, these are all the players that didn't hit speed scores indicative of a high quality player. And then lastly is flexibility. Kenny Young is the only player who did not hit a flexibility score indicative of a high quality NFL player at the combine as well. So even though he has really good explosion and speed, that flexibility score is just not indicative of a high quality NFL player. He could end up becoming a long-term starter. It's just very less likely that he would end up becoming a multiple All-Pro, multiple Pro Bowl type. So, guys that had really good days at the office. So, guys that had great days testing as athletes. The best athlete out of the whole bunch is Jernard Avery out of Memphis. 90-plus percentile explosiveness, 90-plus percentile speed, and 90-plus percentile flexibility. Great day for Avery out of Memphis. Leighton Vander Esch from Boise State. Great day, great explosion, great flexibility, above average speed. Tested very similar to Luke Kuechly. Didn't really test like Brian Urlacher. Brian Urlacher was a much better athlete all around than Vander Esch, but definitely a Luke Kuechly-like athlete is what you should expect with a guy like Leighton. Malik Jefferson had a good day in terms of explosion and speed. Matthew Thomas had a great day in terms of explosion and balance. Micah Kaiser had a great day in terms of explosion and balance. And then lastly, Oren Burks had a great day in terms of explosion and balance. The other two guys, the two main guys that I think are the consensus number 1 and number 2 linebackers, and Roquan Smith and Tremaine Edmonds, both those guys hit very good speed scores. Edmonds hit a better speed score than Roquan Smith, but both hit all-pro level speed for their size. So, unfortunately, the combine didn't really help it didn't really help to separate these two because. I mean, sure, you could definitely say, well, Edmonds has a better speed score, so go with Edmonds. But again, none of them put up red flags. So if you were trying to have the combine decide who to go with Edmonds or Smith, the combine didn't really help you solve that. But if you're a big fan of both of them and you both think that they're going to be great NFL linebackers based on the testing they put up so far, they definitely are on the right track. So that's all I'll really say about Smith is that he hit all-pro level speed, and Edmonds also hit all-pro level speed for his size. So very good day at the office for both those guys as well. The rest of the players are on here too, so you can kind of go through this chart at your leisure and kind of look at things and explore things and those other sort of things. If you have any questions about any individual players, let me know in the comment section below. The pro days are going to be coming up obviously very soon, so we're going to have tons of information coming in from left and right. So you may ask, well, like, where is this linebacker? Well, he didn't get invited to the combine. Or you might ask, well, where's this linebacker's data points? Again, it's going to be crazy the next couple months. So I'm going to be trying to get the pro day numbers as quickly as I possibly can. But just keep in mind that, again, there was a lot of guys who didn't go through the testing that they probably should have gone through. So we're going to have to wait to see how they do in terms of those other sort of testing points. Bottom line is, if you need an NFL linebacker, this actually was a great day. A lot of great NFL athletes at this combine in terms of linebacker athletes, and I think they also had great production stats as well. So I think there's a very good shot that you could see 3, 4, even 5 starting linebackers, let alone high-quality NFL linebackers from this class, which I'm very excited about. So again, if you need an NFL linebacker, this is definitely the class for you based on how they tested at the combine and also based on what they did in terms of production data. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. Hit that notification button so that you're always reminded when another video of mine drops. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.